When a fight with your spouse is escalating or going nowhere, it's really easy to want to throw your hands in the air and give up. Join me and I'll walk you through what to do instead of giving up so you can connect with each other. Hi, I'm Julia Woods, couples coach, trainer, and founder of Beautiful Outcome, a coaching company committed to helping couples communicate so they can partner in creating their dream life and marriage. I have a gift to share with you at the end that will greatly help you increase connection, so make sure you stay through to the end. For years, I gave up on fights when I felt like no matter what I said, it didn't matter, or I couldn't seem to get my husband to understand. I would storm out the door and go for a very fast walk. What I didn't know is I was actually taking very important steps that could really help me not give up on the fight. I just needed to tweak a few things that I didn't realize needed to be tweaked. I would feel this intense energy inside of me. It felt like I was going to explode, and sometimes I did. And then I would say things that I wished I hadn't. So I found it easier just to storm out the door and walk super fast until the energy of my upset seemed to subside a bit. When I would come back in the house, I would sometimes apologize for something I had done during the conflict that was bothering me. And more times than not, I would say nothing, as I had spent my time walking on the walk, thinking about everything my husband had done that was wrong and wasn't what he should have done. So I would come back to the house and just kind of wait for him to apologize. And we could go on like that for days, waiting around each other, waiting for the other to apologize. Now, here are two things I didn't know that would have changed a lot. First, emotions are thoughts trapped in the body looking for language. The explosive feeling I had internally was my emotions trying to speak. They were trying to get my attention so I could give them a voice. The more I told myself what I couldn't say because my husband wouldn't be willing to hear that, or what I was feeling was wrong, the bigger my emotional energy grew inside of me. The second thing I didn't understand is our feelings come from our thoughts. As humans, we are meaning machines. We add meaning to everything. I constantly was making up what my husband meant by what he said or what he did. When he made a certain face based on what I said, I told myself he thought what I was saying was irrelevant. And as long as I thought he felt I was irrelevant, I felt smaller and smaller, and the more angry and defensive I became. Of course, I couldn't have told you I was making up that he thought I was irrelevant. My emotions and thoughts were like this massive storm brewing inside of me with very little clarity, just a whole lot of intense feeling. My deep desire to go on a walk, that pressure that I felt, that knowing that I needed to go on a walk, was my body actually directing me into what I didn't know I needed, which was a walk. Because my emotions were thoughts trapped in my body looking for language. I needed to process them in a healthy way and put words to them so that I could actually communicate and help my husband understand what I was trying to say, rather than just having all these aggressive, defensive words trying to tell him what I was saying. One of the best ways to put thoughts to our emotions is through a brisk walk. It actually begins to put the body into processing mode. There's something that happens as the hands are moving back and forth and you are exerting energy, walking and exercising. It actually begins to move the body into a processing state. Now, here are the three things that were needed for me to process my emotions in a healthy way and connect with my husband. First, I needed to ask for a pause. I needed to make a request of my husband that could we pause this conversation so I could go on a walk and figure out what I was feeling so that I could better communicate with him. The second thing I needed was to ask myself what I was feeling and what I was making up. I needed to get out of my husband's backyard and into my own. I needed to look at my thoughts, my feelings, my attitude, my responses, my reactions. And the third thing I needed was to come back and share with him what I had discovered and ask questions to help me understand what I might be misunderstanding. We want to give up because our thoughts are telling us that there are no options. And trust me, there are always options. Taking a break, processing your emotions and your thoughts, and asking questions moves us from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. In a growth mindset, you won't want to give up in the conversation. You will keep working to find a way to connect by owning what you need and finding a way to communicate that. If you want deeper connection, I have a gift for you named 100 Deeper Connection Ideas and Prompts. You can find it in the link under this video, and it will help you begin to develop the deeper connection that you long for. If you like this video, would you give it a thumbs up so I know that? And would you subscribe so you don't miss another episode? In the comments below, I'd love to hear one thing you're taking away from this video.